Going back to pass now is Sargon and throws down to the right side. The Coach-Pipe runs it down the sideline for a touchdown.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video, and welcome to the Gridiron. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you could maybe give this video a thumbs up, or maybe leave a comment below, or possibly share the video, it would mean so much to me. But just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. Got some PFF grades, okay, for the Giants team and their players after the latest debacle against the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. Also, Blake Martinez, they got first series of the game, tore his ACL, trying to tackle, I believe it was Cordarrelle Patterson. Yeah, missed, and all he came up with was a torn ACL. So he's the next one on the list. You got Nick Gates gone, Shane Lemieux gone, Blake Martinez gone. It's football. It is what it is. Who will be next? Sadly, but Tay Crowder stepped in and did a fantastic job. So hopefully we got a little diamond in the rough there with Tay Crowder. 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant, did a fantastic job on Sunday. Now PFF somehow, I don't know how it is, the overall grade, they give each team an overall grade. Somehow the Giants at 0-3 are number 17. Their overall team grade is a 72.7. Now, the Eagles are in front of the Giants. The Eagles are 76.6. The Eagles are number 11. But after last night's ass whooping by the hands of the Cowboys, 41-21, I love when the Eagles lose. Does my heart good. The Eagles might slip, and the Eagles might even fall past the Giants. So somehow the Giants possibly, maybe, at 0-3 with Pro Football Focus, they might be the 16th graded team. I don't get it, but it is what it is. The Giants' offensive grade is graded at a 70.5. Their passing grade is an 84.1. They were number 2, now they're number 4. Biggest thing I think was because no interceptions. He completed 68.5% of his passes, only 266 yards, but no touchdowns either. So I mean, I think the no touchdown passes. I think that's what hurt. I think that's why we slipped a little bit. But I mean, the passing grade is fantastic. I mean, is anyone, like every wide receiver is hurt. So it is what it is. Our pass blocking grade is one of the worst. Shocking. We're at 50.9 on our pass blocking grade. Our receiving grade is a 68.1. Our running grade is a 60.6. Our run blocking grade is a 63.6, which I find hard to believe, especially because we can't run the ball. Our run blocking. We're number 14 overall. I guess maybe Rob Sale is really maybe having a little bit of an impact here on us, huh? I mean, I can't believe we're number 14, but we can't seem to run, except for Daniel Jones, we can't seem to really run the ball. Our defensive grade is a 65.3, which is number 12. Okay, our run defense is a 59.2. Our tackling is a 68.8. Which is, wow, number 4. Very, very impressive. Our pass rush is number 17. We're 69.2. Our pass coverage grade, we're at number 13, 64.4. Teams are completing 75% of their passes against us, and we're, I don't know, we're at 13. 64.4. Now, special teams grade is a 67.9, which is number 17. So, it is what it is. All right, but we got, let's see, I want to just read off some of these, some of the grades we got here against the Falcons. Offensive grades we'll start off with, and Sure glad we got this guy, huh? Colin Johnson, graded out at an 83.2 for us. Whew. His hamstring didn't go. Thank you. He only played in 34 snaps, but 34 snaps, he caught 5 balls. So, not too bad. I mean, imagine if there was 70 total snaps. So at that rate, if he had doubled his snaps and was in there for 68 plays, he would have had, on that rate, he would have had 10 catches. So, got to keep an eye on this guy. So, I'm glad we picked him up. Andrew Thomas, his best grade, I think, ever, 82.4. His pass blocking grade, 84.2. And speaking of Andrew Thomas, he's been doing pretty good this year so far. Not really hearing anything bad about him. Louis Riddick, the guy from Monday Night Football, was complaining that when the Giants drafted him, just recently he talked about it. He said Andrew Thomas was out of the top 4 offensive tackles I got drafted last year in the 2020 draft. He said Andrew Thomas is the worst one by far, with like exclamation points after it. I mean, not even close. Oh, really? All right. Well, let's see. Tristan Wirfs this year, he with Tampa Bay, he was picked number 13, right? He's a 67.2 this year. Andrew Thomas is 66.1. Tristan Wirfs is 1 point ahead of Andrew Thomas. That's, to me, Louis Ray, that's not by far. That's real close. All right. Mekhi Becton, he's hurt. He only played in part of 1 game, but he graded out at 66.4. He graded out just what Andrew Thomas. Mekhi Becton is a 66. Andrew Thomas is a 66. And then we got Jedrick Wills, okay, from the Browns, the guy from Alabama. He's at a 65.5. Okay. Jedrick Wills and Andrew Thomas last year both graded out, and this is all Pro Football Focus, okay? But they both graded out at a 62. All right, they both graded out the same. They both stepped their game up a little bit this year, okay? Jedrick Wills is a 65, Andrew Thomas is a 66. All right, but Tristan Wirfs last year was an 84. So far this year he's only 67. So he's come down. Mekhi Becton, I said he's hurt. He only played in part of 1 game. He was a 74 last year, and he's a 66. All right, so Andrew Thomas is right there with these other guys, and actually Andrew Thomas is trending up. Okay, Tristan Wirfs and Mekhi Becton are trending down. Okay, so Louis Riddick, why don't you keep your mouth shut? I think you're still a little pissed off that the Giants didn't hire you for the GM job. And I can see why. Andrew Thomas ain't the worst one by far. Sorry, pal. You're wrong again. Andrew Thomas, 82.4. Pass blocking grade, 84.2. His run blocking, 77.1. Way to go, Andrew. Great job, buddy. I think we got... Now, I don't know what's going to go on. The team winds up getting blown up or what, I have no idea. But I think we got our quarterback and we got our left tackle. Those are the 2 positions you need to move forward. Okay, so I think we got our blindside protector and we got our quarterback. All right, so hopefully if Andrew Thomas, when Rob Sale keep working some magic here and all, Andrew Thomas gets a little bit better, I think we got our left tackle. So that's good. All right, then we got Billy Price. He struggled last week, all right, but this week he did a lot better. Now, also you got to understand, last week was against Washington football team. Much better defensive front than Atlanta has, okay? But Billy Price was at 76.2. He did a very good job this week. Kenny Galladay, he was a 75.7. Caden Smith was a 74.8. Daniel Jones was a 71.9. Okay, so very, very good. Saquon rated out at a 63.4. All right, now we're starting to go down. Sterling Shepard was a 61.5, but yeah, he was injured. C.J. Board was a 60.9. Colin Gillespie was a 60. Will Hernandez, 59.3. All right. Kyle Rudolph was a 56.2, so he's still not really doing too well. Darius Slayton, a 55.3, but he was hurt. Kadarius Toney was a 54.5. He was actually in 46 snaps, so his snap total is coming up. Also because we're starting to run out of wide receivers, so so every time we get a wide receiver running on the field, they seem to pop their hamstring and they're out for a while. So unbelievable. All right, Gary Brightwell, he was 53.5, but he was only in there for 2 plays. Nate Solder, still not doing good. He was the whole time. He was in there for all 70 snaps. He was a 51.2. Elijah Penny was a 45.9. Evan Ingram was a 44.6. And Ben Bredesen was a 31.7. So Bredesen's not doing. Yeah, he's just a warm body. So I don't know what they plan on doing next year. Lemieux comes back, and if we're going to wind up signing Hernandez or not, but we can't have Bredesen in there as our starting guard, because it's 31.7. His pass block grade was a 25.7. So yeah, so not too good. So that wraps up the offense. All right, now let's see if we got to go to the defensive grades. Azeez Ojulari, he was in there for 31, okay, altogether. He graded out at a 92.2, and he got another sack. His run defense was a 70.2, so he's stepping that up, which is good. And I said, also got to realize that we're going to Atlanta's not the cream of the crop either, okay? His pass rushing grade was a 92.2. Very good. If we can get another pass, because Lorenzo Carter, I highly doubt we're going to be signing him. Not what let's see, I don't even know. Lorenzo Carter graded out a 49.3. His pass rushing grade was a 53.2. His tackling was a 29.3. His run defense was a 38.4. So in next year's draft, if we get another edge, if we get Azeez Ojulari and we get another edge rusher. Also, if we have Ellerson Smith, hopefully, boom, there's another hamstring that went. And he's been out for, I don't know, how long he's been out for? 2 months? Unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. It's amazing. How do these guys some of these guys, how do they make it through college? How can they walk? You kind of wonder, it's like, how do they even walk down the street? It's just like, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But next year in the draft, we get another edge rusher and we have, 2. Leonard Williams graded out an 83.1. Very good. And he got his first sack of the year. Thank you. Okay, his run defense was an 88.9. Very, very good. The X-Man graded out at a 77.8. All right, so he'll be here next year. Okay. Let's see. His coverage grade, he graded out at a 74.8. Very good. His pass rusher was a 68.0. All right, Raymond Johnson III. He graded out at a 76. Tay Crowder, all right, he graded out at a 72. His coverage grade was a 65.7. His tackling was an 80.4. So I think I tell you what, boy, Tay Crowder. I think 7th rounder, guys. Mr. Irrelevant. Gotta love it. So happy for the guy. Mr. Irrelevant, yeah, my ass. Guy's very relevant. We're very lucky to have the guy, I'll tell you what. Phew, tell you what. Julian Love, Mr. Duct Tape, he graded out at a 72. Adoree Jackson, I'm sorry, he was a 71.9. Dexter Lawrence, or Dexter, graded out at 68.2. Xavier McKinney was a 64.1. Blake Martinez, before he was only in there for 5 plays, 63.3. Let's see. Jabrill Peppers was a 62.1. Darnay Holmes was a 60.4. I don't know if he's getting benched or what the heck. He was only in there for 1 play. Darnay Holmes, so didn't really change much. They still gave up 75% completion, so it is what it is. Quincy Roche graded out at 55.9. Reggie Ragland, the tackling machine, graded out at 55.6. Austin Johnson was a 52.5. James Bradbury was a 51. His coverage grade was a 48.9. Oof. Not very impressive. Carter Coughlin was only in there for 5 plays, but he graded out at 50.4. Guys like Carter Coughlin, you know what I mean? He's not going to grade out real high or whatever, but just to have him on the team, you know, late round draft choice. He's cheap, right? You know, he gives it his all. He tries, you know. It's good to have somebody like him on the team, you know. I said he graded out at 50.4. Lorenzo Carter is a 49.3. This might be the last year you'll see him in a Giants uniform. As I said, his run defense was a 38.4. His tackling was a 29.3. His pass rush was a 53.2. He was good in coverage at 77.8, but I mean overall 49.3. Danny Shelton, 42.4. All we got is run defense, which is what we got him for. He graded out against 39.6 run defense. Not very good at all on Sunday. Logan Ryan graded out at 40.9. Very bad. Or Darius Williams. He was in there for 17 snaps. He graded out at 31.9. His pass coverage grade was a 30.8. His tackling was a 27. So still got some work to do. Also, I saw where Joe Judge was mentioning something about like Jason Garrett and Patrick Graham. Their jobs are still safe. They're still going to be calling plays this week coming up. Now I don't know, you know, when things are going to start changing. I mean, we get to be 0-7, 0-8, 0-10, 0-15. I don't know when we're going to start making changes, but you know, we got a tough stretch ahead of us. We're going to be playing New Orleans this Sunday, and as first game in a while in the Superdome, it's going to actually have fans. And those fans are going to be freaking out. That's all I can tell you. And unfortunately, once they start feasting on the Giants, the fans are only going to get louder, and it's only going to get worse for the Giants. Giants got a tough stretch here coming up, and even after their bye, they got to come back and they have to play Tampa Bay on a Monday night. So they got a very tough stretch ahead of them, and wins are going to be looking few and far between. And unfortunately, after three short games, I mean, you gotta say right now that after last night's ass whooping, the Dallas Cowboys are certainly the team to beat in the NFC East. I mean, the Washington football team, their strength is their defense, and they're giving up all kinds of points. The Eagles, I mean, they had their one good game against the Falcons, but they certainly didn't look very good at all last night. Jalen Hurts, not looking too good, and of course then we have the Giants. So, so far, after 3 games, sad to say, but the Giants are in last place, the Dallas Cowboys are in first place, and the Dallas Cowboys, with their defense, seem to be stepping up, and with their offense, they look like the team to beat in the NFC East. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there, and go Giants! Woo!